Hello everybody, welcome back to the fourth module of TOJMARK Amazon Affiliate Niche Site course. And in this module, we'll be discussing about article writing. As I have mentioned in my last course, I talked about keyword research and I made a promise that in my next video, I will discuss about article writing, the various type of article writing in affiliate marketing and how you can write it, or maybe you should, if you can't write it, how you can find people that can write it for you. So what are the two type of Amazon marketing, affiliate marketing article? We have two type of article writing. We have information articles, as I have mentioned to you before, and we have review articles. What are the informational articles? Okay, informational articles. There are 5 goals of writing informational articles. One, to create a balance on your website. Assuming you open a website now and you start marketing, you are writing about products, but you are not telling people, you are not giving them the more information on the products, like how to use the product, how to install the product, where to get the product. So you need to create some articles that will let your target customer know what they really have to do with the product. That's why you are creating a balance on your website. You are not just writing on marketing a product, you are writing on educating your target customer on particular product that you are marketing. So you are trying to create a balance on your website. That's one of the reasons that you have to be writing informational articles. And number two, to get a backlink. What's the meaning of backlinks? I mentioned to you before, I think in my first video, that I will still talk about, I will introduce it to SEO, because in this course generally, it is the strategies of SEO, search engine optimization, that you will be using to get traffic to your website. So backlinks means that, in SEO strategy, if you want to be get ranking on Google, you have to be developing backlink strategy. What is backlinks? You know, assuming you've already set up your website, you already write your review article, and you are trying to write some informational articles. Maybe you write on, let me say, maybe you are into hair, you're into, let me try and go for another one. Maybe you're into backpack, and you already write on best travel backpack for fat guy. Let me click on it. Okay, maybe you already written on best travel backpack for fat guy, and you are trying to create a backlink for this page. So backlink means that you have to look for other websites that are writing something that relates to your own website. Then if they are website that have higher domain authority, as I mentioned to you, DA, as I mentioned to you here, I think I'm coming, DA, this is DA. If they have higher domain authority, then you can just message them that, okay, you are trying to create informational article on backpack, and you want the person to create a link that will link back to your website. That's what they call backlinks. So the person, when you write the article, the person will create a link within the article that he will put your website in between the article on his website, that when the reader click on it, it will go back to your website. Google will recognize that your website is very informationed very well. That's why that reader click on it from that particular website to your website. So that's what they call backlinks. When we do a general introduction on SEO, I will expatiate more on backlinks, but here we are talking about article writing, so I won't talk much on it. Number three, it might go viral if you share it on social media. The moment that you open your website, there are things that you have to do. You have to create a social media page for it. And when you write some informational articles, that you can share it on social media, so or maybe share it to, or maybe you will join some pages that relate to your website. If you go to Facebook and you start assuming as this backpack website now, as the backpack website, if you go to Facebook and I search for backpack, I will see some people that are into backpack, some pages that are into backpack. Let me search facebook.com. There will be some pages that will be into backpack. So it's just easy as that. So coming, I don't use Facebook like that. Okay, if I search backpack, sorry, backpack, there will be some pages. You see, backpacker, hiking and backpacking. All these pages, if you join them, if they allow you to be posting there, you can be posting there. So there are some people that are interested, that have interest in what you are selling, that get to your website through this place. And when people are getting to your website through social media, it help your website get rank on Google fastly too. It help your website because Google will recognize that your website is very information, and that's why people are going through social media to your website. So that's one of the important of information article. Number four, to educate your readers. I have mentioned this in the when I'm trying to explain the creating balance. To educate your readers, you can't just be writing about products, trying to marketing a product, and you don't educate your readers on that particular product. They are okay if you are into decoration and decoration niche, like maybe home decoration niche. Okay, you write some maybe some product, you have to let them know how to decorate it, how when they buy it, where to place it, how to maintain it, maybe if the thing spoil, if the product spoil, how to do it there. You know, some people offer DIY on their website. DIY is do it yourself, that is the way that you will educate them on how to do it. If anything, maybe they want to install it, maybe they want to maintain it, maybe they want to repair it. So you have to be educating your readers, not just marketing the product. If you are marketing the product, Google will recognize that you are only after the money. You are not trying to creating balance on your website. Number five, to create topical relevance. Okay, what does it mean? Is that when you write a review article that relate to some information article that you are creating, then you can create a topic, like you can link them together. There is something they call internal link on WordPress, that on your particular page you are trying to link another one of your page to that particular page. Let me see if I can find sample here. This another example of Amazon affiliate marketing. So I want to find, okay, I want to see if I can find, okay, see this now. See this. This is what they call internal link. This is what they call internal link. You are trying to link everything. This is what they call internal link. If I click on this now, you take me to another website in 10biz.com. You see? You see? So we are trying to link them together. So when you create a relevance informational article that relate to your review article, you can link them together. That also help on getting ranking on Google. So that's all about informational article. Okay, let me show you the example of informational article. Informational article is categorized as blog. Categorized as blog. Let me use this backpack as a sample. Okay, this is the website, this is the categories. I will just explain about how to structure our website, the best way to structure your website. I think I will explain that in my next video. So this is the website. So if you want to go to the blog, okay, this is the blog. Let me click on the blog. So these are the information article, 5 advantages of anti-theft backpack, choosing the right backpack for your dog, suitcase and backpack comparison. You are trying to educate your customer, your readers about what they want to buy, advantages of a backpack, what are the different type of waterproof backpacks, using backpacks in the right situation. So these are the example of backpack, and it is categorized as blog. They call something buyer guide. Because something buyer guide. What buyer guide means is that it's categorized as information article, or some people used to have a category, base category on buyer guide. So what is buyer guide? What buyer guide indicates is that, you know, this one is like, okay, they want to buy a backpack. Maybe someone is traveling now. Let me use this as an example. Maybe someone is traveling now and the person want to buy a backpack, travel backpack. Your buyer guide is like you are trying to educate them on the right one to buy in the market. So that's what we call buyer guide. See, why choose a backpack? Criteria for choosing a backpack for your trip. Type of the type of layer backpack, trekking, dimension and weight. So you are trying to educate them on the right, so they can choose the right one for their trip. You know, some people don't know, they don't understand the backpack very well. You are in the right position to let them know what they want to buy. So that's what we call buyer guide. So review article. What is review article? The type of article is also known as money article. Some people call it money article actually. The goal is to review products from Amazon, and it is the article that will bring money. These are the article based on KGR we did earlier on. Yeah, if you notice our last class, we did KGR, that we are looking for best. This is what we call review article. I have mentioned it before. So this article based on KGR we did earlier on, e.g. best lampshade for brightness or best ventilation fan for your basement. So if you go to Google and you search for best lampshade for brightness, you know, I think I have explained this. If you notice very well, I said anybody that search for best have intention of buying a particular product. Anybody that search for anything that relate to best have intention of buying. If I want to buy if I want to buy a shoe now, I will say for my football. Maybe for a football, I will say first football 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 shoe under football shoe 2020. This is it. That's me. I have intention of buy. I'm just looking for the right one to buy. So I will just click on one website that I've ranked. Then I'll click on, maybe I'll click on this bagger. If you see this website now, what they really focus on is football, football boot. They are only focused on football and boot for football only. I don't write any other thing. That's what they focus on. So that's why I say you must choose a particular niche. You don't just be writing about so many things. No, they only focus on football shoe, and look for competition, all your competitions and all your competitors in a particular niche that you have chosen. If you use it to educate yourself about how you are going to set up your website, that's it. You don't have to be building more. Some people will be focusing on different niche. You don't, no. Focus on one niche. Focus on, see, football boot reviews, football boot advice, Bob boot noise by a guide. So that's it. You don't have to be roaming around and trying to see the review. This is a review article actually. This is a review article. So as I want to buy football shoe now, I will just come here and just take the one that I like. If this is the one that I like, you see, this will link me back to Amazon. I will just click on it. It will take me to Amazon. I will read the review very well on Amazon and I'll buy what I want to buy. This is it. If I buy this one now, it's around 215 euro. for 50 euro. That is around $500. So just like that, that review article. So it referred to as money article because this is what will be fetching you money. You have to, that's why I said if you want, when you want to do your keyword research, as I mentioned in the last video, you have to do research very well and make sure that you go for keyword that is low competitive. You can go for low competitive keyword. Don't rush. If it's only 10 keyword that you find at the moment, write on that keyword, set up your website, post them. That 10 keyword can be fetching you $1,000 per month later on. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. So you don't have to rush. Okay, how to write a review article. This is where we are going. Actually, I supposed to cut the video into two, but I don't know. I don't know if it will be too long. But let me continue. How to write a review article. Okay, it's simple. I will explain it here and I will go into one website and still show you the sample of review article. So it's like this. When you're trying to write a review article, there are things that you have to put into consideration. I will talk about them. I think they are here. Lsi keyword, so and the template, yeah, and the template. Let me first talk about the template. Introduction. The template are introduction. Okay, let me see, I want to write on maybe I want to write on best lamp shade for brightness. I first talk about the introduction in which I will write introduction on the particular topic, on the particular keyword. Okay, best lighting for brightness, lampshade. Maybe lampshade is very important. It's very important for your brightness inside. I will just write on the product. I will just write on the product very well before I move into. Let me search for best lampshade for brightness. Okay. Mm, mm, this is sample now. Okay, this is best lampshade for brightness. This is introduction. So want to bring a special ambient to your room, then a good lampshade can be handy for you. I know you want it. That's introduction. So what next? Criteria for product selection. This is what we call buyer guide. But in summary, you will summarize it. No buyer guide no buyer guide stand on its own as a blog. But here under the article, you are just trying to provide some information on the product that you are trying to market in. So you are in that buyer guide, in that criteria for product selection, you can just mention like 3 criteria, 4 criteria of buying the product before buying the product. So let me show you the sample of that. I think it's supposed to be here. Let me check here. Factor need to consider. Okay, this is the sample. These are the sample factor that need to consider to choose lampshade. So this is the buyer guide criteria for my side. I don't call it like, I don't write like, I will say criteria for choosing the best lampshade for your brightness is different. So that's the next thing to do. You write the criteria, what are the criteria? Room space. You have to consider your room space. You want to consider the lights, brand and production specification. So people talk about review too, that you have to consider the review of the customers before you buy it. So that's it. That's all about the criteria. What is the next thing? Product review. This is the main priority. Maybe you want to write about 5 products that you are telling people to buy based on the keyword that you want to write on. So you will go to Amazon, you will choose some products. Make sure that you choose a product that have over 4.0 review. Don't go for a product that have below 4.0. Choose a product that have over 4.0 review, and choose a product that have above $50 in price range, that are above $50 in price range. Don't go for a product that below $50. Even advise some people, it depends on your niche. I can advise some people based on their need that don't go for a product that below $100, that any product that below $100 they shouldn't go for it. So it depends on the need that you are. But normally $50 is the minimum price I can give for people to go when it comes to selecting their product selection. So you select a 5 products, you do research on them, and you write a review on them. Each product you can write a review of 100 words or 150 words. It depends. So some people, okay, what is the next thing? Overall best. Overall best is the next. Overall best. Some people, in out of that 5 products, you will choose one. You can choose. You might. I don't do it. But some people will choose one. Before they start writing the remaining 5, the remaining 4, they will talk about that number 1 and say it is the overall best. Like it's the one that they can advise people to buy because it's the one that carry all the characteristics that they want. Hope you understand me. It's the one that carry all the characteristics that they want. The next one is best on budget. Maybe the buyer want to buy a product that is best and have minimum budget. Maybe they are cheap, the cheapest one. So you can write on it so that you can consider one of the 5 products that you are trying to write, that this one is the cheap product, is based on budget. If they buy it, they will not regret it. So the thing is, always make sure that your review article reach 1000 words. Always make sure that your review article reach 1000 words. It's very, very important. Don't write 500 word review article. It's not possible because when you write your introduction, you write the criteria for product selection, it will have reached 500 word already. And when you are trying to write a product review, letting 5 products, and you write minimum of 100 word on each product, no, it's already surpassed. It will reach 1000. If some review article will be above 1000 words, it depends. So that's it. Let me do the sample of product review. This is best lampshade for brightness. This is a sample of product reviews. You see, this is number one. This is number one product. This is the review. You will talk about the product, you write the pros and the cons. It depends. You might not write the pros and the cons. Some people write the basic features. Let me show you example on. Let me show you another sample on. Okay. This is another example. Getting the right backpack for your trip. This is introduction. Why choose a backpack? It's just another information article that you are trying to tell your readers that you know much about backpacks. So, criteria for choosing a backpack for your trip. This is the buyer guide under the review article. You see, price. Consider the price. Consider the usage. Consider the robustness, dimension and weight, and the type. So no, this is not review article sef, this is buyer guide. Then let me go to review article. Sorry. Okay, best overnight backpacking packs. Let me go to display. Okay, best overnight backpacking packs. Camping trips, hiking trips, traveling can be fun, exciting. Okay, this is the introduction. This is the criteria for selecting best overnight backpacking packs. You see, it's just you summarize it. You can still write on the buyer guide on it generally and post it under your buyer guide section. But here you will just summarize it. Yeah, make it quickie. You don't have to stress your readers. wiki, you understand it. What are the criteria for selecting buyer guide? What are the criteria for selecting based on impact, durability, the cost, the size, the weight? So that's it. You understand it. So you now go to the product review, which is 5 best overnight backpacking packs. Number 1, you write on it, you review it, this is the review. Number 2, you put the picture, this is the review. Number 3, so this is it. Simple as this. Conclusion, that's all. So that's what they call review article. That's what they call review article. So it's just as this, not more than this. So you can hire someone to write for you and you can write for yourself. But you are not stopping here. I will still try to explain LSI now, keyword placement. When you are writing your review article, it's very important. So let's go to more on review article writing. Using keyword and LSI in article writing. Make sure your keyword appear once within the first 100 words. Use latest thematic index, which is called LSI, within your article. I will explain both. So what is LSI? Latest thematic index is a system search engine use to analyze the other words people use surrounding a given topic. LSI keyword are words and phrases with a high degree of correlation to your target topic. Google algorithm use them to help determine content quality and relevant to search engine. Okay, e.g. if an article is about apple fruit, then the LSI will be nutrition, health benefit, calories. Okay, assuming I'm writing on apple fruit, let me search apple fruit. Apple fruit. Okay, let me type apple fruit. And maybe you are mentioning apple. You know, it's not only apple. Apple is have different meaning on Google. There is a company that they are called Apple. You know, so you can't just be writing on Apple and you have to specify the LSI. What are the LSI? The LSI will be, the LSI will be these are the LSI. You see, they are the one that black within the article. Apple tree, malus, these are the LSI. These are the LSI. Malus, you see, apple fruit. So you have to use related words which is called LSI in your articles when you are writing your articles. So that's what Google will use to understand your article. How they will use to understand your article that you are not talking about apple phone, you are talking about what? You are talking about apple fruit. Such LSI for apple fruit now is nutrition, health benefits, calories. So that's it. So before you write your article, you have to look for like maybe 3 websites that write what you are trying to write. Then you will use them to write your own. You follow their guideline. Don't copy them. Don't copy article online. Google will ban you. Just use them as a reference to write your own article. That's how you can write it better. They call it copywriting. I can still do a video on copywriting skills, how to write, how to do copywriting. I will make sure I do video on it, but it will be a bonus video for you. But it's not part of this course. Actually, I will make sure I do it. So using subheading and praise to capture more keyword. Okay, how to set up a keyword. We explained it there. It's simple page. Okay, let me use this. This is best overnight backpacking packs. This is the keyword. This is keyword normally. This is the keyword again. This is called the subheading. This is the heading 1. This is heading 2. you still find the keyword for heading 2. For heading 3, you find the keyword again. So make sure you use at least the keyword in 3 times in your heading. That's why we develop this template for review. You write introduction 1, you write the criteria 2, and you write the product review. So at in this page now, I have mentioned my keyword 3 times in my subheading, and make sure that the keyword is you mention the keyword at least once in your introduction. Let's look for it. Camping trip, hiking trip, and travel can be fun and exciting. This trip can be done. How do you solve this? Whether you're spending and getting back at the beginning of community, you don't need to start searching the whole market for the perfect fit anyways. Here are 5 of the best overnight backpacking bags. This is it. So make sure you mention the keyword at least once in your introduction. That's how Google can recognize your keyword and rank you for it. So mentioning your keyword, don't over mention your keyword though, but make sure you mention it once in your introduction and make sure you mention it like 3 times in your subheading. And if you look further, you see this is another keyword. You have to you have to tell Google that this is what you want to rank for. So they will rank you for it. When we get to setting up your website and how to publish your post, I will explain more about how to using used, how to tell Google that this keyword that you want to rank for. When you want to publish one, we use one content as an example. So don't worry, you will get there. You don't have to rush. So that's what they call about keyword. That's all about keyword. So LSI is very important. I've talked about LSI. When you want to write your website, use other people's content as a reference to write yours. Don't just write something that you don't know much about. You use someone else's content to write yours, but don't copy them. Don't copy them. More on review article now. I've talked about using keyword and LSI in article writing. So this is the template. You can copy this, and because maybe when you want to start writing your own, you can copy this and follow it. First, introduction, criteria for product selection, product review. You can, if you want, it's not important. If you want, you can write overall best or best on budget. I've talked about best on budget and overall best. Overall best is the one that you think is the best out of the product that you select. Best on budget is the cheapest one. So review article, let's talk about it, that it is the one that will fetch you money, and it's the one that you will use KGR for when you are trying to do your keyword research. And informational article, we are talking about the necessity. So the reason why you need it, we have discussed about it. So that's all about article writing. And maybe I will do a bonus video about how to do copywriting for you. And in my next video, we'll talk about how to structure your website. I think I haven't talked about it. We talk about how to structure your website very well, that it will be professional. Thank you. After this video, you can exercise on it. I don't know. You can develop a way to exercise on it. Maybe you should find a keyword based on specific niche that you have chosen and try to write a review content on it, or let me say review article on it, to practice it, to master it. Thank you. In my next video, we talk about how to structure your website. Till we meet again. Bye.